All right, and we are live. Okay, welcome everyone to our last PEO presentation of AYP's webinar series on Southeast Asian business expansion anytime, anywhere with our PEO or EOR. My name is Dan and I'll be your facilitator for today. While we are waiting for most of our audience to come in, I would like to ask some questions for us to know you better. You can respond via poll that I'll be creating. Okay? So let's start question. Okay. I want to know which country are you from? Okay, launching the poll. Tell me if you're from Singapore, Vietnam, India, Australia, United States, Japan, Hong Kong, China, or United Kingdom. And also you can see or you can get the poll if you are in other countries. Okay, all right. I can see most of you guys are from Singapore, United States, or Hong Kong. Okay, I'm ending the poll now at 3, 2, 1. So let me share the poll results right now. So most of you guys are from Singapore, United States, and Hong Kong. Welcome everyone to our PO presentation. All right. So next question. Okay. I would like to know about your job. Which department are you from? If you're from management, human resource, payroll, or finance. Okay, so you can choose from these categories. Okay, so department, payroll, finance, or others. Okay, I can see one of you guys on our audience chose human resource and also from the payroll itself. All right, and I am ending the poll now at 3, 2, 1. Okay, so here are the results. So most of you guys are from human resource pay about how it works. The PEO or EOR here in the country of Vietnam. This will be helpful for you guys. Okay, so let's proceed with our next question. Okay, I want to know which are your top three most challenging HR functions to manage. Okay, tell me if you are from HR planning, payroll and tax administration, recruitment, HR operations and compliance, employee benefits, mobility and relocation, compensation and claims, or work pass management. Okay, I can see most of you guys. Mm-hmm. All right, so I am ending the poll now at 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let me share the results. So most of you guys are from the most challenging part of the HR functions. Compensation and claims, work pass management, also the mobility and relocation, recruitment, payroll, and tax administration. All right, let me just share to you guys. Based on the report research by the Society of Human Resource Management, or also known as SHRM. So the number or the rank first on right now is the recruitment rating with 69%. Moving on, the second rank is the HR planning, and the third is the HR operations and compliance by 48%. But after 10 years, it will be changed. The HR operations will and the HR operations and compliance will be ranked first at 48%. With this one, PO will be a greatly help with you guys to handle the HR operations and understand how it works, the PEO or EOR in different countries. Okay, So let's proceed with our next topic or question. Which do you think will be the most challenging for businesses entering the Southeast Asia market? Okay, so please tell me if you're having a challenging for businesses entering in Southeast Asia market with the payroll or HR and payroll operations, different legal systems, raising the capital and funding, unique business culture, work past management, local competition, supply chain risk, operational risk with hiring staff. Okay, so you can choose your options. Okay, I am ending the poll now at three, two, one. Okay, so let me share the result. Okay, so most of you guys having the challenging for entering the business with the Southeast Asian market is the different legal systems together with the work pass management. Okay, so let's proceed with our last question. I want to know how much do you understand about the PEO? If you know it very well, more about how it works, about the PEO or EOR, or this is the first time that you've heard or learned or read about the PEO, and this is the best time for you to know how it works. Okay, all right, I can see most of you guys seeing an average. Okay, and I am ending the poll now at three, two, one. So here is the result. Most of you guys has a lower average understanding on how the PEO works. So you've learned of it, you just read of it, and you want to learn more or you want to know it better how the PEO or EO works. Okay, all right. So let's proceed with our presentation. Okay, I can see most of you guys or our audience are already here in our room. So let me just introduce myself again. My name is Dan and I will be your facilitator for today. And once again, welcome to our last PEO presentation of AYP's webinar series on Southeast Asian business expansion anytime, anywhere with our PEO or EOR. My name is Dan again. So anyway, our topic for today is a high-speed entry into the country of Vietnam with PEO and EOR services. So we will recover and you will understand what is PEO. And also, we will look into some details on how it can help your businesses. So before we move for today's presentation, I would like to clear some housekeeping issues quickly. Okay? As a matter of introduction, this webinar series has been prepared by our company, AYP Group, and we are an HR tech and services company, and our headquarters is located in Singapore. We are very well positioned with a regional presence that continues to grow in the ASEAN region, particularly across Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Vietnam, and Hong Kong. Episode of this series, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our audience and our dedicated team and AYP at our AYP who have put in time and effort for the webinar series. Okay, moving on. As a disclaimer, this webinar series is intended to share with our audience some basic knowledge on PO services and how it can help your businesses enter to convey any professional advice. You may, however, contact our company, which is AYP Group, directly if you're looking for more in-depth information or tailored advice for your needs. As of today's focus is with regards with PEO, we will avoid sidetracking into unrelated HR issues. However, if you have any questions regarding the payroll services, you may look at our previous webinar series on ASEAN payroll. Okay, and also at the end of this presentation or session, we'll be having a short question and answer. Please use the Q&A feature at any time using the webinar series to ask your question. And it is located at the bottom of your Zoom screen. Okay, so please click that one, and also you may like the questions that you like it most so that it will be listed on the top as the popular question. So you don't have to wait until the end of the presentation just to ask your question. So please feel free to ask your question if you have any questions. Okay, so let's move with the recordings. The recordings of this webinar will be made available after the session as well. If any one of you is experiencing any technical difficulties via chat function, it is also located at the bottom of our Zoom screen. Okay, so let's proceed with our presentation. We are done with our disclaimer. So it has been prepared with our Vietnam team, and our speaker is Yen, who is our Vietnam team's assistant country manager. With more than 10 years of extensive experience in HR and payroll operations, our assistant country manager, Ms. Yen, continues to assist and develop strong partnership with our PEO or EOR clients, enabling them to expand their business in Vietnam. Without further ado, I will hand this over to Yen to share with you for today's presentation. And for you, to our audience, please feel free to ask your question and enjoy our presentation. Now,
hello everyone, welcome to the PEO webinar series. I'm Yen, will be the presenter, and I'm in charge of PEO and payroll services in Vietnam. Thank you for your attendance today. So as you know, we are a payroll pressure tech and service, provide PEO and EOR in Southeast Asia. Today I'm here to talk about the PEO in Vietnam and help you understand more about the Vietnam regulations and how can you enter Vietnam market by using our PEO EOR services. In this webinar, we have 4 highlights to share with you. One, what is the professional employer organization, PEO, or employer of record EOR, how this works, and the benefit of using a PEO EOR as well as our PEO EOR scope of service. To clarify more detail, what can we do? Type, labor law, employment benefits, as well as for Vietnam's visa, work permit, and temporary resident card for the foreigner entering Vietnam to work. 3, share with you about our customer success story. And the last one, the return on investments of using a PEO or EOR services. All right, so let's start with what is the PEO, how this works, the benefit, and the scope of service. You know, professional employment organization, PEO, is an outsourcing company that provides services to small and medium-sized businesses. Typically, the PEO offering may include human resource consultant, safety and risk mitigation services, payroll processing, employer payroll tax filing, workers' compensation insurance, health benefits. The PEO enter into the contractual co-employment agreement with its clientele. Through co-employment, the PEO becomes the employer of record for tax purposes through filing payroll tax under its own tax identification number. So if you are considering expanding your business to another country, you may have considered setting up a foreign company in your target location. However, for many companies, there is a more affordable, faster, and less stressful way of hiring employees in compliant manners in another country. So the best solution is using a professional employer organization, PEO. PEO is a company that manages human resource, outsourcing, and other administrative tasks for client companies. Next, how does PEO work? The PEO will provide HR services, process payroll, withhold and pay payroll taxes, maintain workers' compensation coverage, and handle the HR tasks of clients' behalf, such as the benefits administration and employer compliance assistance. For the PEO clients, you continue to manage your business and operations, direction and compensation determination, conducts employees' performance review. So let's move in to find out what are the benefits of using the PEO and EOR. The PEO clients, you will get the following benefits when you use the PEO outsourcing services, such as ensuring a quick and compliant entry to Southeast Asia markets. You don't need to spend much time dealing with people issues. Of course, and you will get a cost savings compared to the entity setup. Employer of record, you will get the advice, visa, work pass, management, and temporary resident card from AYP, payroll, tax advice, employment benefits, and administration. We will update and advise on HR compliance on the local labor laws and regulation. Next, the scope of service. IYB will take on the following responsibility with a smooth transition. We will drafting and maintenance compliant employment contracts, providing local group insurance coverage, onboarding process, managing on payroll, salary payment, and tax withholdings, staying updated on local labor laws and regulation, providing ongoing day-to-day HR support, and managing recording of the employees' benefits. Next, let's find out and understand more about Vietnam's contract types, labor laws, employee benefits, visa and work permits, and temporary resident card. The Vietnam contract types, there are two types of the labor contracts. One, this is the indefinite term employment contracts. This is a contract in which the two parties neither fix the term nor the time of the termination of the contract. Number two, this is a fixed term employment contract. This is a contract in which the two parties fix the term of the contract for a duration of up to 36 months from the day of its conclusion. And now we will see the contents of the labor contracts. It including 8 items as below: the name and address of the employer, the ID card, numbers and other legal papers of the employee, work and the place of work, the term of labor contracts, salary, payment method, pay periods, wage allowances and other additional payments, working time, rest time, social and employment and health insurance, and other contents related to the implementation of the contents agreed upon by the two parties. So let's move to find out about the Vietnam labor law. So as you know, the labor law very much grows. But in this webinar, I would like to share with you one of the main points in the labor regulation. This is the termination rule of the employer. So as you know, the employer, you have the right to terminate a labor contract in the following cases. One, the employee regularly fails to complete the work according to the labor contract. Two, the employee suffering from sickness or accidents cannot recover after 12 consecutive months of treatments for the labor contracts without fixed term. After 6 months for the employees working under the fixed term labor contracts, or over 1.5 of the contract term for the employees working under casual labor contracts, or regular labor contract with a term under 12 months. So when the employer you terminating the labor contract, you have to notify the employees at least 45 days for indefinite term employment contracts and at least 30 days for the fixed term labor contract. The employer, you must not terminate the labor contracts in the following cases. Once the employee is undergoing treatment for sickness or accidents or illness under the decision from the competent medical examination or treatment facility. 2. The employee is on annual leave, personal leave, or other leaves permitted by the employer. 3. The employer is not entitled to dismiss or terminate the labor contract with the female employees for the reason of marriage, pregnancy, maternity leave, fostering child under 12 months old, except for the case the employer is the individual who has died, is declared by the cause of losing capacity of civil acts, missing or death, or the employee is not the individual terminating the operation. The termination rule, we have a rules, but as the Vietnam law, it says for the employees, if they want to stop working, they give 30 or 45 days notice in advance. But for the employer, if the staff do nothing wrong, like break the term of the contracts or any rules in the labor law, the employer must pay them 2 months' salary. But both parties must sign the arrangement and termination decision. So we discuss about the Vietnam employment benefits. You will get the minimum 12 days of annual leave for the first year and additional of 1 day per year for 5 more working years. The employee will be paid public holiday, total 10 days, childcare and maternity, sick leave or paternity leave from the social government. You will get paid personal leave like marriage for yourselves at 3 days, marriage of your children 1 day, death of families of parents 1 day. The medical reimbursements and salary during sick leave, you will receive 70% of the salary of the month preceding your leave, on which social insurance premiums are based. Probation clause, if applicable, code of conduct, termination clause, statutory contribution, and timely payments of the salary. Now we discuss about the visa and work permits, TRC. I will share with you all the necessary information for the foreigners who are working in Vietnam. The first, you have to apply to get the 3 months business visa with the multiple or single entry. For the countries that are not exempted from the visa, it's mandatory to apply for the business visa before entering Vietnam. But for the countries exempted from visa, expats can enter Vietnam maximum 21 days. You can stay in Vietnam with a tourist visa. In order that you can prepare a medical health check to apply the work permit first, and then you apply for the business visa. The document needed to apply for 3 months business visa. This is a copy of passport in which the passport valid for 6 months and effect entry date. The foreigner must inform the AYB before you enter Vietnam. And it just takes about 5 working days since the day we receive full requirement documents from the applier. The next one, you will get the work permit. So the period of work permit will be 2 years. The document needed to apply for work permit, you need to provide a medical certificate. So if you are already staying in Vietnam or you're able to fly to Vietnam to get a medical certificate, you can check your health at Vietnam hospital to get this certificate. In case you cannot fly to Vietnam, you can get a medical certificate at your hometown, confirm that you are fit to work. However, you take medical certificate to your hometown notarized public, certifies and stamp the documents. Then you go to your State Department or Foreign Affairs Office, certify the notarized medical certificates. Then you take the document, all the documents go to the Vietnam embassies or consulate in your country, certifies again. You certify again, it means they can prove all the documents are real. Finally, translated into Vietnamese and authorized in Vietnam. And you have to provide the photocopy of your face, provide 2 copies of your passport in which the visa is still valid. So it just takes about 8 weeks to get your work permit. After you get a work permit, now we can sign a labor contract with a contract term period of 2 years. And then you open in a bank account. But you have to note that as per the state bank laws in Vietnam, a foreigner will have to open a bank account in Vietnam. However, you can easily open both of USD or VND accounts at many banks like HSBC or Vietcombank, etc. But be aware of a specific state bank rule that applies for all the foreigners in Vietnam. Due to anti-money laundering rules, the foreigners are not permitted to deposit cash into your accounts. So you will be able to open the bank account and get an ATM card. The document needed to apply for opening accounts, this is the work permit, the labor contract, passport, with the visa still valid period, the renting house, contract in Vietnam, and temporary resident card. And you have to know that all the documents needed submit original, not photocopy. It should be original, so for the bank to check that they are real. And then you apply for temporary resident card. It's called TRC. So the TRC will be granted maximum valid 2 years from the day submit documents until the expiry days of passport or work permit or whichever comes first. The document needed to apply the TRC, this is the photocopies and original passport, the photocopy of visa to Vietnam in which visa still valid areas, the photo of your face, work permit, original, and photocopy of temporary resident book. This paper you can request your landlord give it to you when you rent a house or an apartment in Vietnam. It just takes about 8 days since the day we receive full requirement documents from the applier. So share with you why do foreigners need the TRC. A foreigner with a temporary resident card will be legally residing in Vietnam and legally protected their rights and interests when the foreigner live and work in Vietnam. It also helps the foreigner save costs as well as the visa attention periods. So now we share with you about a customer success story and the return on investment of using PEO and EOR. So as you know, 2 years ago, one of our clients started operation in Vietnam, which the requirements of the salesperson. We were approached to work closely with the clients. Together, we identified the scope of the position and started the process to recruit the ideal candidates. Thereafter, we continue to provide a full range of HR service to meet the client needs around contract, administrations, onboarding, time and attendance, payroll and tax management, employees relations, HR operation and compliance, employee benefits. And now 2 years later, this ideal candidate continue to perform above and beyond the expectation of the clients and helping the company to grow within in Vietnam. Now we go to the return on investment of using a PEO based on 2019 research report by Lori Bassi and Dan Mark Bassi and companies. The annual return on investment cost 7 loans from using a PEO is 27.2%. This 27.2% estimates it based on the calculating costs serving for PEO clients in the following 5 HR-related areas. This is HR personnel costs, health benefits, workers' compensation, unemployment insurance, and other external expenditures in areas related directly to HR services, like payroll services and tax reporting, etc. A PEO and EOR can help you to achieve better revenue growth and profitability, improve HR policy and practices, employees' work environments and satisfaction, engagement, and businesses' ability to focus on factors that drive business success. Now I have completed the presentation. Thank you for listening and joining us today again. Please contact us if you have any question or interested. We are willing to advise or guide you quickly how to enter to Vietnam with the PEO or EOR services at the emails vn@iyb-group.com or the hotline 842822202033, or you can visit our website at iyb-group.com or justtalent.com.
All right. So thank you very much for that very informative presentation, Yan. I'm sure we all have some takeaways from your presentation. Okay. Anyway, we had a numbers of questions that came in during the presentation, which we have yet to answer. Therefore, for the next part of this session, we'll be taking and answering your questions. As you may note, we have already answered some of your questions asked during the presentation in our attempt to answer most of your questions. But we have kept some general questions that we thought our audience may benefit from learning the answer to. So, Young, please help me to answer our audience questions and to clear this up so that they can understand it better. All right, so let's proceed with our first question from our audience, Shane. Her question is, what is the benefit of work permit?
Okay, thank you, Sins, and thank you, Dan, for the question. This is very helpful question, so it helps the expats when they come to Vietnam and understand more about the work permit in Vietnam and why they need to get the work permit. So, as you know, with the work permit, foreigners' salary can be paid directly into employees' bank accounts. Employees can also later transfer the fund they earn to another countries should they choose, and they eligibility to get a temporary resident card for all families members if they take their family into Vietnam, if they get the work permit, yeah. And their direct family members are eligible to get the temporary resident card. They don't need to, renew the visa every 3 months, so they will save visa cost. Another benefits of the work permit also provide other benefits to employees and the employers. The ability is, to own or rent a motorbike or a car under the employee's name. Yeah. That's
Okay.
it.
Thank you so much, Ian. So those are the benefits that that we will have on the work permit, and it will take 3 months, right, before we can renew our work visa in the country of Vietnam. Thank you so much for that, Ian. And let's proceed with our next question. What is the offboarding process for contractor?
So the onboarding process, after we get the confirmation from the clients, we will take care of register to release social medical unemployment for the employee, close the social insurance book and return to the employees. And we issue annual income letter and personal income tax. So half the employees, they can do their PAT finalization directly to the tax office to get the refund tax back. We issue termination decision letter. So this letter, it will help the employees claim and get unemployment benefits from the government. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that is from our question center, Trixie. Those are the documents that we needed, and when it comes to the offboarding process, for the contractors. Thank you so much, Yan, for that. Okay, so let's proceed with our next question. This is from Kong. Okay, hi Kong. Can Okay, his question is, can the company sign a service contract or a contract for less than 12 months with employees?
So thank you, Kong, for the question. Like this year, the company, you can sign a service contract or the contract less than 12 months with the employees. But from January 2021, company cannot sign the service contract or the contract
Mm-hmm.
less than 12
Mm-hmm.
months because the labor law has abandoned this provision already. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be changed by next year, by
Yep.
2021. Okay. Mhm. All right. Thank you for that, Yen. And to Kong, thank you for that very nice question. All right. Remember, by next year, it will be changed. Okay. So it will not be less than 12 months with the employees to service of the contract. Okay. So let's proceed with our next question. This is from our anonymous attendees. So her question is, when contractor move from another company to AYP under PEO service, start buying a premium private insurance for contractor, can the existing diseases, special disease can only be covered after 365 days from the effective date, or insurance will cover all special disease for the 1 year?
So thank you. The question is really specific question. So
Mm-hmm.
I can answer like uh, if the employee they move to AYP under
Mm-hmm.
AYP contractor, I will start process by the premium insurance packet for
Mm-hmm.
the employees. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
However, for example, when contractor they have worked for AYP in January 2020, we buy insurance for them at AYP, meaning that the contractor enter AYB, they will start from the beginning, not continue to take insurance period, transfer from your previous company to AYB. Because as you know, we are two different companies. Yeah. So the employee, you will have to wait the stipulated time before reimbursement as per the rule of the insurer. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Anyway, that is very specific answer as well. Thank you to our anonymous attendee to that specific question. All right, so let's proceed with our next question. Anyway, the previous question that we have is, what is the offboarding process for the contractor? Right now, the question is, what is the onboarding process for the contractor?
For onboarding process for the contractor, it just take 1 day to process onboarding a new
Wow.
contractor. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we have 10 steps. The first one,
Uh-huh.
contractor update their personal information into the master
Uh-huh.
file. And then will prepare labor contract, send the email
Uh-huh.
onboarding and labor contract to the contractor so he can sign
Uh-huh.
the contract or return back the original one for us. We will register insurance, medical, and employment for the contractor after they pass probation. And then
Mhm,
after register social insurance, we will issue the medical health card to the
mhm,
contractor. We issue the insurance book if they don't have the insurance book yet. We
mhm,
register tax code if they don't have it. We register the dependent to reduce the personal income tax if they have the dependent. And then we
mhm,
run payroll, pay salary to the contractor at the
mhm,
end of the month, and we send payslip via our system, Just Talent, or the contractor can log in to review.
mhm,
And
mhm,
then we will sign the handover, receive office equipment, if any.
mhm, mhm. So
Yep.
it only take 1 day to process the onboarding. Also
Yeah.
with the help of our solution, Just Talent, right?
Yeah.
So it's a really fast, guys. The onboarding process, it will only take 1 day. You don't have to wait for 2 or weeks just to uh, complete the onboarding. For the AYP, it'll only take just 1 day, and that's it. It's really fast. All right. So let's proceed with our next question. Okay. Ken, this is from the anonymous attendee. His question is, can the employer able to sign a definite contract with a foreigner before obtaining a work permit? How long can the employer sign the contract with expat?
Okay, for this question, you should know before renting a work permit, the
Mm-hmm.
employer cannot sign any labor contract with the
Mm-hmm.
foreigner. Yeah, you just sign the labor contract after you get the work permit, and
Okay.
the labor contracts will be, the periods will be 2 years. Yeah.
All right. So first of all, they need the work permit before the contract signing has must be
Right.
taken action. And
Mhm.
it takes to how long? 2 years?
3 years. Yeah.
3 years. Okay.
Just 2 years.
All right. Okay. So, guys, please remember before your employer will sign your contract, please work on the work permit first. Okay. And let's proceed with our. This will be our last question. Okay. How can contractor claim their businesses, a business expense, and post leave?
Um, this is really interesting questions, and that's all the contractor they will ask.
Mm-hmm.
They are on board. Actually, the contractor, you can box all the claims, expenses,
Mm-hmm.
or the leave via
Mm-hmm.
IYB in-house system. It's called Just Talent. So after contractor, they has done submitted claims or leave,
Mm-hmm.
contractor supervisor, you will receive an email from Just Talent. So the supervisor, you can approve or reject the leave or
Mm-hmm.
lamp on the emails. Then the
Mm-hmm.
contractor, you will receive email to confirm your leave or your
Mm-hmm.
claim has been approved or not.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, you can also apply on the laptop or on the mobile phone as well.
Wow. Yes. All right. So guys, here in our company we have our own solution, which is the Just Talent. So you can claim, you can file the leave using this solution, which is the Just Talent. It is a very flexible, very sexy solution. It's a really fast, easy to use. Okay, you can access it through your phone, tablet, or laptop or computers anytime, anywhere, as long as you have the internet, of course. All right, so that is the Just Silent solution that we are using here in our company. All right, so okay, so we have to end for today's session. For the questions that are unanswered, please rest assured as we will categorize the questions and follow up with an email. You may also email us if you have other inquiries or you would like to know how the PEO services will help your businesses at vn at ayp-group.com. You may also visit our website at www.ayp-group.com. And for the Just Talent solution, if you want to know more about our solution, we can provide you a free demo. Okay, so please visit our website at www.justtalent.com/vi/. All right, and also with this we have come to an end of this session since this is our last presentation and with our webinar series. We are very thankful for this opportunity to share our knowledge with you and hope that you have gained some insight. We are very humbled to see repeated audience who have accompanied us throughout this journey. If you have enjoyed our series, please do keep a lookout for any new content. If we may inform you about thought about our website, the Just Talent, or to our social media pages on our Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. As and as always, please feel free to contact us if you have any questions or you would like to know more about our services, about the PEO or EOR services, about our software, Just Talent, at our email that we have provided for. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Again, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge to us. I know our audience have learned a lot about this presentation. And for our audience, please take care. Be safe always. Thank you so much. That is the end of our webinar series. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice day. Bye.